All right, peace and love, beautiful souls. All right, welcome to this beautiful ambiance of the new moon in Pisces. It's not the first new moon in Pisces, as we know, and it won't be the last, but this is marking the signs of the times. All right, I love to say all astrological placements can mark that, can show us so many different ways to where we can look at where we are based off these placements, based off these cycles. All right. So I want y'all to understand, even though this is not the first, ambiance of what we know as a new moon, nor a Pisces new moon, but this is going to be the first time that we've witnessed this shift in humanity, the way we are experiencing it. All right. So this new moon is going to be opening up new opportunities, new beginnings. All right, this is the end of a karmic cycle. And because we're dealing with karmic cycles, we always got to be aware that things move in the aspect of ages and cycles and numbers. Time is a measurement of something. All right. So hold on one second. So time is hold on one second here, because I don't know what's going on with this lady. She's tripping. Hold on, Darlene. Let me get you together here. Hold on. Look like somebody didn't get to get in, so let me make sure, because now they calling. All right, hold on. Okay. Okay. Now, when you're dealing with the aspects of this new moon, it is going to bring us into a new cycle. All right. Now, this cycle that we're dealing with is going to be very indicative of understanding what unconditional love means. Um, all these things about these themes around compassion and grace and gratitude. You know, me having a Pisces South Node and understanding that the energy of Pisces represents so much about the lineage and the motherhood and all that good stuff. My Pisces South Node is in the house of Cancer. All right. So when you're dealing with the house of Cancer, you're dealing with the house of the mother. That puts a lot of water in my chart. All right. And that opens up the door for a lot of connectivity on a deep, empathetic. Emotional level. So I'm just telling you about how when you understand what's going on in your birth chart when it deals with the Pisces and the South Node being in Virgo, it's also going to be indicative of people with Virgo placements. And also, if you have Pisces or Virgo, whatever Taurus still in the house of Virgo, and my Saturn is in Virgo, my North Node is in Virgo. All right. So this is just helping you understand that none of us are going to be, I would say, differentiated from what we could be experiencing. But it's
Sensei, I'm
also
not
going to
sure
give
if you
us a
can hear
glimpse off
us,
into
but
what doors
we can't hear you
could be
anymore.
opening. Hold on. Y'all can't hear me anymore?
No, we couldn't hear you for like a good 60 seconds.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Was everybody not hearing me?
Yeah, in the
You were
chat they said the
breaking
signal
up.
was cutting. Yeah, you was cutting out.
Okay, hold on real quick. All right. Let me make sure I'm in a good spot. Okay, can y'all hear me now better?
Yep, loud and
Yes,
clear.
we can
All
hear
right,
you.
bet. So y'all kind of lost out on the last 60 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Now, I was just talking about this energy of Pisces and how people with, even with heavy Virgo placements, right? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, right? Any type of energies that are going to be reflective in your sixth and your 12th house, okay? So I'm just giving you a place to kind of take a glimpse off into your own birth charts for those of you who are familiar with astrology. And for those of you who are not familiar with astrology, just take any glimpse off into any areas of your life to where you could be dealing with um love, creativity, relationship dynamics. All right. This is also going to be very indicative of how you could be dealing with your health. Okay. How you could be putting other people's needs before your own. This is going to be indicative of what relationships you're dealing with when it deals with the aspects of this. Is this adding to your spiritual growth and development, or is this something that you feel like is weighing you down? Everything at this point of the subconscious level is going to be brought into light. All right. It's like the light is illuminating the darkness right now. And because if you think about it, this is a new moon. The new moon is the darkest times of the moon. Think about how aware you are right now. New moons in Pisces, everybody should be sleepy as fuck right now. I want you to put a one in the chat if you're feeling wide awake. I, re- I just want to ask you, all right? Because I want you to, if I want you to put a one in the chat if you're feeling awake. If you're not really tired, it's just a part of you feels awake and alive. Like if you're feeling more thriving than you probably normally would during a new moon, all right?
I
It
didn't
might not be
back from
subjected to everybody. Who is that? Okay, hold on. So this might not be subjected to everybody, all right? But it's also going to be a place for you to recognize that this is an opportunity, right? This is going to be an upsurge in energy. This is what we're dealing with. That upsurge in energy is going to be very indicative of the seven planetary energies that's going to be showing us, going to be visible tomorrow. Remember, Pisces rules the bedroom, and this is a sub. So imagine how illuminated your subconscious is right now. So this gonna deal with fears and insecurities and doubts, or your inner creativity could be sparked as fuck right now. All right. So I just wanted to bring light to a lot of our systems of already awakened to this energy, because it can be the total opposite of what a new moon should be causing us to feel. A new moon is a deep time of introspection. It is a deep time of deep diving, right? And it's a deep time of stillness. Man, Pisces is about spirituality, oneness, a lighting up the subconscious. I can navigate my way through the darkness. A nocturnal energy can represent Pisces. This is why Pisces can be up all night. Pisces is an energy that can kind of operate in the darkness a little bit, because it's dealing with omnipresent, omnikinesis. So our kinetic powers are awakening. Certain chakras are taking a hit. Mars just went direct. That is a huge play into our solar plexuses becoming more awakened, and us falling more into, I would say, more of an energetic expression. All right. So I want to tap in on that and kind of give you all a glimpse off into that, and even understanding the powers of unconditional love. Um, Even how we're like coming into a place to understand the conditions around our own love and around our own dynamics of how we move and how we operate. All right. So especially with people with heavy, like even if you have, I know I have a lot of mentees, and some of y'all might be in here now. All right, that would have Pisces North Node. All right. So this is very dynamic into being able to create your dreams into a reality. All right. Now, if you, a lot of the posts that I've been making have been very reflective of this, because I feel this energy heavy. It's very inverted with my nodes. All right. Because my Virgo wants me to kind of put in more work. My Pisces is like, all right, let's just rest and trust the ancestors and trust the divine and know that everything is working in our favor. You know what I mean? So Pisces is all about a surrender, all about a trust within the divine. A lot of people don't like a lot of things that I say because I live in a realm of a paradox, because I've embraced the contradictions of life, because we're all living and dying at the same goddamn time. You do know you're living and dying at the same time. See, this is why things become a choice. So you can feed into the negativity of things. You can feed into the lower aspects of things, how you don't like this, how you don't like that, or you can truly grow out of that and embrace the fact that you know what, things are happening beyond your control. The only thing you can control is how you respond to it. So this is my definition of unconditional love, right? Not allowing the conditions to dictate how you show up. All right. So it's very powerful. I can't always dictate what that means for you as a human being. The reason why I'm saying it's powerful because it's a beautiful energy to live in. It's not an easy one to dwell in. It's such a life of devotion. It's such a life of a selfless place to be. All right. And that is really honoring that everything isn't about you. This is one of the most ultimate expressions of love, knowing that everything isn't about you. Being able to put somebody else's well-being above your own. Once you realize that that's your power, you don't have to feel like you sacrificed a part of yourself to give that up to somebody. It is actually a I'm talking about a direct motherfucking me testament, right? A direct reflection of your ability and your willingness to love. All right. So I know for a lot of women, like I always say, y'all deal with this so much more than men do, because we make love such a logical thing, and it's only because we the way we've been taught. People think it's the way we've been wired, but since we've all been taught to answer to that wire, we've all been taught to answer to our masculine energy. We've all been socialized and indoctrinated to follow some trend of what we're supposed to be and who we're supposed to be, and now we all struggle with just being. So tonight, I want to give you a glimpse off into what you could be looking into and the influence that you could be experiencing right now, and some keys to help you understand how you can just be. All right. And I know we have a lot of beautiful souls in the building, and also I want to acknowledge the beautiful souls in the building, especially Salida and some of the other people that do cardiology. So I'm pretty sure if y'all into cardiology, as I'm speaking, Salida, if you feel inclined and something comes across you, of course, I want you to let me know so you can kind of speak into that if you feel like you want to do that. All right. I don't want to put you on the spot or nothing, but if you want to kind of add into what you feel like is going on, and even with the cardiology aspects of this day, all right, and what that kind of brings and all that kind of stuff, of course, I want to give you the opportunity to do so. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started. So before I do, hold on right quick, y'all. So, Salita, is there something you want to share about the energy of the day and cardiology perspective at all? As I go into the screen share.
You really caught me off guard. I was actually on a phone call, but today is a Jack of Clubs day. So it is like really good for like manifestation, creating if you want to build like a new world, a new future. I feel like Jack of Clubs are really good at that energy. I think that was Pisces day. So the Neptune card is the four of diamonds. So yeah, another builder card. So like really pouring in the foundations. New moons, like that's planting a seed, starting something new. And we have that planetary alignment that's happening tomorrow on a 10 of clubs day. So it's really, really powerful as well. So it's going to be kind of dope taking everything that we're doing today in this workshop and building out the stuff that you want. We're in a nine of hearts year. It's a nine of hearts week. And then even tomorrow, the United States will be on a nine of hearts like spread. So it's going to be really, really critical and pivotal, pouring into that energy and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to be here and I'm happy to see a lot of familiar faces as well. We about getting this work done for this year, right, y'all?
You better goddamn know it's Salita. So y'all show Salita some love, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. I know I put you on the spot. My bad, God, my bad, you know what I'm saying? I value your wisdom and your presence and your essence. You better goddamn know it, okay? Now, let me get off into the screen sharing, y'all. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody has the book, all right? The PDF, I would say. Now we're gonna tap in over here. Now, can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can see it.
Yes.
All right, big. Now, of course, y'all know I love to get these PDF with these workshops because it can also be a place or something for you to take with you. All right. Now, as you can see, this new moon in Pisces is going to be happening at 7:44 Eastern, which was going to be around 4:44, all right, Mountain Standard Time. So you can see that this thing was in alignment of the 444 energy. First of all, I got to point that out. All right. So the moon wasn't fully new until 4:44. All right. Now this is gonna deal with a like a time of Arizona time, okay? Things like that. So this just lets you know that the powerful spaces that we can look at and that's humanity is shifting into, we can see in numbers and synchronicities. The number four is very dynamic. The number four represents completion. The number four is a very reflective number of being able to be grounded and detached in this reality, right? So fours can bring a lot of karmic beginnings, a lot of karmic expressions. Fours are about the dynamic of how we grow out of certain things that we have to let go of, especially on the mental capacity. All right. So people who born on the fourth day, life path fours, things like that, especially people who have a high Aquarius energy, Aquarius, sun, moon, risings, you can deal with a lot of four energy, which can be very eccentric, and four can be a mental health number as well. Now, this moon is going to be in 9 degrees Pisces, which is initiating a period rich with spiritual transformation. All right. These transformative energies, this celestial event encourages both personal introspection and collective evolution, urging humanity to align closely with this higher consciousness and universal compassion. The moon in 9 degrees Pisces, right? 9 degrees is going to be a Sagittarius degree. Okay. So the new moon in Pisces symbolizes the end of one cycle, the beginning of another, emphasizing themes of emotional renewal and spiritual rebirth. Pisces, as the final sign of the zodiac, embodies the culmination of spiritual lessons, urging a release of past burdens and embracing new enlightened paths. The ninth degree of Pisces, associated with success and mastery, suggested that this lunation offers the opportunity to harness inner wisdom and showcase our authentic selves. So, you know how this whole energy have not know y'all been seeing, and if y'all were in the clubhouse room not too long ago, I talked about how this whole energy of what we're dealing with authenticity, they're now saying is trumping what we know is what they call love, right? And now people are saying authenticity is the highest expression of something. Now, I want you to look at how the cosmos is cosmosing through people. Because people have no idea that a lot of these influences will open up the door for more authenticity, which is going to open up the door for a higher expression of love. Because I love to say authenticity over vulnerability, right? Because on a spiritual level, this new moon invites deep reflection, meditative, and heightened connection to the subconscious. It is a time to explore dreams, intuition, and the unseen realms, facilitating profound personal growth and stronger alignment with one's higher purpose. Some of the mundane aspects of life are also influenced as the Piscean energy encourages compassion, empathy, trusting yourself always and always, and a collective move towards unity. This period may inspire humanity efforts in music, artistic expression, hidden energies, right? Also, hidden enemies can be right there with hidden energies, okay? Hidden enemies. The 12th house Pisces is hidden enemies. So your Pisces placement can also show you where your hidden enemies are, the energy that they can represent to you, because people don't become your enemies, they become your masters, all right? So being able to discern and recognize who's your friend and who's your foe is a strong energy of not being delusional and not allowing yourself to truly always see the God or the good in some goddamn body. One of the most powerful traits Pisces have, but it can be the most challenging trait to deal with because sometimes you choosing to see the good and the God in everybody will stop you from seeing that you fucking with a snake. Okay? So let's not forget that, especially my Pisces Sun Moon Rising people. All right. Now, even with like people with a sun or a moon might see through a lot of bullshit better than somebody with a Pisces sun. It's only because the Pisces sun you're learning it. All right. So the sun and moon conjunction with Pisces in the 10th house. This is going to deal with the sun and the moon in Pisces within the 10th house emphasizes a bleeding or blending of personal identity and emotional depth in the realm of public life and career. This alignment suggests a period where individuals may seek to infuse their personal past with greater compassion, creativity, and spiritual purpose. There is a collective push towards careers, not only fulfilling personal ambitions, but also to contribute positively to society. Your midhaven is also here. This is a glimpse into where you are meant to be in the highest expectations that you have for yourself, society, and your family legacy. All right. So I'll be kind of breaking down the aspects of the 10th house and understand the midhaven, because the family legacy is heavily connected to this energy of your midhaven and how you want to show up in that. All right. So, of course, y'all know I got a breakdown of all the zodiacs and all the houses, but I want to lay the foundation of what we're dealing with. Now, the moon in Pisces in the ninth house is going to be square Jupiter in the 11th degree in the 12th house. That square between the moon and the ninth house and Jupiter is going to deal with the 12th house that indicates tension between one's deep seated beliefs and subconscious patterns. This aspect may bring internal conflicts to the surface, challenging existing worldviews and prompting a reevaluation of spiritual and philosophical perspectives. This is a call to integrate subconscious insights with conscious beliefs, fostering a more holistic understanding of oneself and the universe. You know how many people gonna fight you against this shit right now? So a lot of y'all have adopted spirituality and all this kind of stuff, and you could be fighting yourself against these. I'm gonna tell you, I went through this, and it was so dynamic to go through this because fighting myself against am I displeasing God? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I always am, right? Because even when you deal with the aspect of not praying anymore, I didn't know what to pray to. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I displeasing God? Am I living this life in my way? Am I starting to gain my own? Am I going against God by getting into astrology, numerology? Is this wrong for me to do? I've been there. I know what that feels like. So that whole experience actually led me to questioning, which led me more closer to what I know and feel, not believe, feel, Pisces shit, to be God. See, this is when the dreams became more profound, right? This is also when I was led to go to certain scriptures. Scriptures came to me in dreams. Go read Psalms chapter 1 through 8, you know. And then it led me to a deeper understanding. See, this is why I'm always breaking down scripture. Because I was led to scripture to break down. Understanding that Psalms is an aspect of sounds and vibrations, right? This is why the walls came tumbling down. Okay. So when the walls come tumbling down and the walls of Jericho and all these different things dealing with David and Goliath and slaying something, and how now there's even a book out. I forgot the author's name. I'm pretty sure somebody in here know that author's name. Right? There's a book of Psalms, it's a book of spells. And then literally you can go buy this book. So this is understanding the metaphysics and the spiritual side. That's why understanding a more holistic understanding of oneself and the universe. The universe is not just comprised of your own understanding. So the Mercury in 24 degrees Pisces conjunct Saturn in 20 degrees Pisces. Though that is a Pisces degree and a Scorpio degree. That conjunction of Mercury and Saturn in Pisces within the 10th house brings a serious and disciplined approach to communication, thought processes, especially in professional settings. This aspect encourages meticulous planning for the articulation of a long term goal aligned with one's spiritual values. It may also signify the need to overcome fears related to self expression and authority by embracing structured spiritual practices. Listen, your spiritual practices is your food. It's just like the shit you eat every day, how it becomes you. The spiritual practices that you do every day will begin to put you more into a meditative state. They become you too. So, what is your spiritual food right now? All right. So, the Mars in 17 degrees Cancer, which is going to be here for a little while, is now trining Saturn and Pisces. Now, it just went direct here. All right. I want y'all to understand the Mars with a Cancer is not a compatible energy. You got fire with water. Mars don't want to be with Cancer. Cancer want to feel, and Mars want to go. Now, I'm just giving these planets characteristics because this is what people love to do. Now, I'm just telling you the planets don't dictate how they coincide. They just be. The planets don't have any feelings. Our emotions and our expression of them are connected to this. So a trine between these Mars and Cancer and Saturn and Pisces presides. This is a harmonious trine. Okay. This this is going to open up the door for more and determination to pursue goals with emotional intelligence and resilience. This aspect supports the manifestation of dreams into reality through patience and persistence. All right. Now, there's a power in this shit that particularly those that nurture both personally and collective well-being. All right. So it is time for you to like nurture yourself. You gotta put yourself first in some type of way, you know. So this does allow us to open up the door to consciousness. All right. Now, hold on 1 second here, because I think I got somebody. Let me make sure somebody gets in here real quick, y'all. Let me make sure here. Hold on. Okay. Let me make sure. Hold on. All right, here. Okay, okay, now I'm finna go back. We're finna get back on now. I want to make sure everybody get up in here before I get too deep in this thing. All right, let me get back to it now. So I won't have y'all in here all night. Now, when you're dealing with this Mars and Cancer energy, right, that train to Pisces is such a harmonious thing. Now, this is going to be supporting the manifestation of our dreams into reality through patience and persistent efforts. Now, particularly those who nurture both personal and collective well being. So take care of yourself. All right. And also at the same time is knowing that other people do benefit from your presence. So this is basically getting out of forced isolation. Okay. A part of you wants to be outside. A part of you know there's people you want to deal with, people you want to be around. Right. Honoring that for yourself can be very, very powerful at this time. All right. So don't deny yourself the opportunity of community. I'm gonna say that one more time. Don't deny yourself the opportunity of community. All right, because you might have some bitter experiences around other people and how you dealt with them. You might don't like the shit. Okay, cool. All right, but either way it go, you still require and you love human interaction. Okay, so love, remember, isn't going to be shit unless you're sharing it, and you won't know where you are within self love until you get outside. I'm gonna tell you straight up. You won't know how healed your ass is until you get outside. Okay. So Mars in Cancer square Chiron at 20 degrees Aries in the 11th house. This square between Mars and Chiron suggests potential challenges in asserting oneself with group dynamics and social causes. Okay, I want y'all to think about how this is. This aspect may trigger old wounds related to belonging and acceptance. So you can't get to that movement without honoring what triggers you, because a part of you still want to belong and want to be accepted. A lot of people dealing with this shit right now. You feeling like the community is not receptive to you. People are not supporting you. Blah, 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 blah. Which might be true. But the essence is, why do you care? Why are these conditions dictating the way you show up? See, this would indicate, I'm gonna tell you early on when I first started to do this work, man, I opened up rooms and space where it was just 2, 3 people in there. I'm gonna give all them people a show though, right? So are you doing this for the crowd, or you doing this because your heart is in it? See, I do this shit because my heart is in it. See, that's why I don't mind giving. And I learned that the whole power with this spiritual realm, the more I wasn't receiving, I had to give more. So that's why I give so much. And I stopped caring about who recognizes it. Now, will I stand on my worth, and will I let somebody know what it is and what the fuck it ain't? You better know I will. Y'all know I stand on business. You know my motto is fuck them people. Okay? That don't mean that I don't love the people. That don't mean that I don't actually care for the people. It just means that the people's influences on me are not going to have a lasting, or I would say such an effect on me to where I don't show up and give it to the people who I know want it. All right. So don't let these motherfuckers dictate how the fuck you show up. Basically, what the fuck I'm saying. If you show up in love, then you got this. You good. Now, that's why a lot of those old wounds around belonging and acceptance can come up, urging individuals to heal these issues by embracing their unique contribution to the collective. So Saturn sextile Uranus in the 23rd degree. All right, this is going to bring us a lot more of offering opportunities to blend tradition with innovation. Okay, you religious, but how can we kind of awaken you to a new way of thinking, especially within community settings and social structures? Because this aspect encourages the implementation of progressive changes that are both practical and sustainable, fostering a balanced evolution of collective consciousness. See, this is no discrimination. I don't. You could be Christian. You can be whatever. You can believe in Buddha, Allah, Ifa. Don't make no difference. It's all going to be still the fact that we're dealing with one universal principle, and that is consciousness. We're all sharing in that. We're all expressing it in different ways, but we're all sharing in consciousness. Now, are some people actually conscious? That's a totally different zone right there. Okay, some people are operating off memory and they think they're consciousness. They think they're conscious. So my whole thing is to make sure that you're not one of those people. That's why I love to bring awareness, which is called enlightenment. All right. Now Neptune in the 28th degree in Pisces in the 10th house. Neptune's placement in the 10th house emphasizes the infusion of spirituality, compassion, and creativity into one's public life and career. So for those of you with strong Neptune spiritual placements, especially with a Neptune in Capricorn, like that type of energy, right? This is definitely a call for you to get outside with your spiritual gifts. Okay. If you have a midhaven in Pisces, if you have a midhaven in Cancer, a midhaven in Sagittarius, a midhaven in a spiritual sign, all right, that wants you to teach and wants you to be in the public. If that's something you've always been wanting to do, but a part of you was a little afraid because the old taboos and the way you were raised, and now you like, I don't know if I need to be believing in tarot cards and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? This type of stuff can actually bring you fulfillment and make you some money, and it might get you some public recognition. I don't know. You just got to be for real with it and set yourself apart because everybody out here trying to do it. So this is also going to deal with the Sun trine Mars and Moon trine Mars and Mercury trine Mars. Man, say man,
Miss A,
Mercury,
I'll cut you off, but
Mercury,
the,
huh?
we can't see the PDF on the screen.
Oh
I know
shit,
if
hold
you're
on.
trying to show it or not, but
Oh no, thank you. I was definitely trying to show it.
okay.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, hold on. Let me get back to this mode. Appreciate that. Oh, it wasn't even on screen share. That's why. Thank you. All right. Now, all those trines with Mars. Now you can't. This is so dynamic because I want y'all to understand there's an easing coming to the masculine principle. Everybody, the men may mad, they mad. I'm gonna tell you something. This trine, all these trines are creating a harmonious flow with Mars. That energy enhances confidence, emotional strength, and effective communication. These aspects support proactive initiatives, assertive self expression, and encourages one to pursue your passions, both personally and professionally. So there's an urge to the masculinity to say, I'm safe now. Let's go do this. See, a lot of y'all might have been in forced isolation. A lot of y'all might have been in your own little hibernation mode and shit. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, ain't been fucking with the public, all that good shit, right? And now a part of you is sparked. A part of you like, I feel like I want to express myself. Something in me is calling me more into my gifts, into my purpose, into well, here's your answer. All right. So this is also going to deal with, once again, your Mars placements. What is in your Mars? Does your Mars already trine? Does it trine already? All right. Now, the reason why we're dealing with the Mars and Mercury and all these things are trine because they're all in water signs. Your water signs are your trine, right? Now, when you're dealing with this energy of Mercury conjunct Neptune, the conjunction of Mercury and Neptune heightens intuition, creativity, and spiritual awareness. In communication, while this aspect can inspire profound artistic and spiritual insights, it is also a call for discernment to avoid misunderstandings of overly idealistic thinking. Everything ain't about your beliefs and your ideals, goddammit. Everything ain't about you. Okay. So that's why Mercury, now, if you got any type of issues from the first 13 years of your childhood, if you're still listening from your own insecurities, if you're still listening from your own motherfucking triggers, and you're reacting from your own triggers, you're delusional. You know, I'm just speaking to the planets, okay? I'm not attacking nobody personally. So if you feel attacked, that's my bad. Okay. But This is what the planets are dictating. So you got to check yourself. What am I thinking? Where is this coming from? Right? What issues need to be dealt with so you can see through the fog a lot more clearer? Remember, Mercury is the messenger of the planets. So Mercury could be giving you messages from Neptune. The 1111s, the 111s, the 222s, the 9, whatever. You could be seeing a lot of times on the clock that could be registering or resonating with you. A lot of people are starting to see their birthdays. Okay. So imagine that shit. Right? That just lets you know what type of time you on. Okay. Remember, the universe lets you know what time you own. All right. So the North Node in 27 degrees Pisces influences this presence of Pisces signifies a collective karmic path towards spiritual growth, compassion, and a dissolution of the ego-driven desires. This influence encourages humanity to embrace unity consciousness and transcending divisions and fostering a more harmonious global community. Energetic impact on human consciousness, this convergence of these astrological influences or events during this new moon in Pisces serves as a catalyst for profound transformation on both individual, collective levels, and an emphasis on the Piscean energy promotes a deepening of spiritual practices, heightening empathy and yearning for meaningful connections. As individuals align with these energies, these are potentials for significant shift in societal views, values towards inclusivity, and also going to deal with compassion and a greater emphasis on collective well-being. In summary, this new moon in 9 degrees Pisces on February 27th is going to be accompanied by these potential astrological aspects, offers a powerful opportunity for spiritual renewal, conscious evolution by embracing the lessons and energies presented. Humanity can navigate this period with grace, emerging more connected and aligned with the universal flow. So, when you understand this flow that we are in and we're wanting to move into, it is so beautiful when you surrender to it. Comes to me, the only way you stop getting dragged by life is you got to surrender to the flow of it. All right. And remember how much we hold on to shit, how much that can cost you a lot of mental and emotional baggage and trauma along the way. So we can be our own demise here. And that's why the Pisces energy and the 12th house can lead to self sabotage or our own undoing. All right. Now, y'all know I got to give y'all the influences of these planets and all that good shit behind it. Okay. Now, the seven planetary influences, because these seven visible planets that are going to be kind of popping out, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow, where we can see them. Some will be visible with the naked eye, depending on where you are in this Western Hemisphere. You're down sure be able to see them all with a telescope. All right. And it don't even have to be a high powered telescope the way they're going to be visible. Okay. Now, the visible planets and their influence on human consciousness. Throughout history, the seven visible planets, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Uranus, Neptune, and Venus, have been revered as the cosmic teachers, shaping both inner world and external reality. This is why the seven planets rule the 7 days. All right. These planetary forces influence spiritual evolution, awakening, soul lessons, karmic healing, mundane life relationships, career, personal growth, and on the physical and the biological influence, these functions are impacting chakras, the nervous system, and cellular health. By understanding the integration of these planetary energies, we can transcend external influences, cultivating emotional intelligence and embodying unconditional love, living in harmony with the cosmos rather than reacting to it. I want y'all to understand, if you meet somebody else, right, and we're all reflections of the cosmos, okay? I want y'all to really understand the science of this. If everybody in this reality has their own birth chart, all right, if you don't believe in astrology, then or birth charts, then everybody in this reality has their own sun sign. Okay, now if you believe everybody in this reality came from the same space as you, right? Came from the same elements as you, made up of the same shit that you are. Okay, everybody got the same chemicals and shit. So, what do you think happens when you meet somebody else? Is it not like you meeting a part of the cosmos? If somebody can come to you and they're expressing a different card in cardology, they're expressing a different sun sign in astrology. They're expressing a different aspect of whatever human design, whatever tool of divination you want to use. Is this not a cosmic force that you are dealing with when it deals with another human being? So the reaction to another human being is the reaction to the cosmos. Now, I'm just speaking to you on a divine level. This don't mean that people ain't full of shit now. It ain't saying that the cosmos full of shit. Okay. A lot of people say the cosmos full of shit, but I don't subscribe to that. Okay. I say people full of shit because of the way people express cosmic influences can make them seem as though they're full of shit. But they could be full of trauma. They could be full of insecurity. They could be full of doubts. They could be full of fears. They could be full of whatever the case may be that has hardened their hearts, or whatever directed this human being into a place of a psychological aspect to where they express themselves on a level to where you can't fathom yourself doing it. See, this is where the study of the human mind comes into play. Because it's so vast, it's so dynamic, it's so open, it's so unknown, it's so subconscious. It's so underneath a level of our understanding. See, this is why only surrendering to your ignorance shall knowledge find you or touch you. So this is why Mars influences the fire, the willpower. This is going to deal with Mars governing courage and passion and ambition and action. Spiritually, Mars teaches us self-discipline and how to use our energies constructively. The challenge is mastering emotional reactions and not letting external triggers control our inner peace. You see what Mars can do for you? When you are governing your Mars correctly, you're governing your fire correctly. See, you don't allow external things. Now, I don't mean that you don't feel the fire. I don't mean that you don't get ignited. It don't mean that your inner peace don't even move at all. It just means that when those external triggers come, you control. It didn't say they're not gonna come. It's just like the scripture says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." It didn't say the weapon ain't gonna form now. Is it prospering? Because if you get triggered and your inner pieces move, the weapon prospered. Weapons are ruled by Mars. Understand the reference here. So the challenge in mastering emotional reactions and not letting external triggers control your inner peace is a real thing that you can achieve. Do you want to? Because you got to will yourself to do that. Willpower, 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 willpower. A lot of people don't want to do it. I'm tired because I want to say fuck them. I want to let them know they got me fucked up. You burning yourself. You who you mad at? Cause you gonna be sipping on all that poison, hoping somebody else die. Why you think Mars rules Scorpio? See, that fire can be deadly to you. Now you want to hurt somebody else cause you mad. So what needs to be in check? Because even on the way you deal with on a mundane influence in your daily life, Mars influences motivation, competition, conflict, and what? Resilience. A strong Mars pushes one to take action, while a weak Mars can manifest as a procrastination, anger, or burnout. Now, they're just going to deal with the placement of your Mars. If your Mars is in a Cancer energy, it's in a weak aspect. You can deal with a lot of burnout. If your Mars is in a Pisces, it's in a weak aspect. You can deal with a lot of burnout. All right. So it's just showing you about how Mars could be driven into an emotional state, and it's hard to control yourself and will yourself out of it. You see? So look at your Mars placements. What's going on with Mars in your life? How is Mars? How is your relationship with Mars? You have a relationship with these energies. I always tell people you don't want them making decisions for you. Because Mars deals with barium, all right, phosphate or iron phosphate. All right, this supports blood circulation, oxygenation, and also energy. So found in spinach, lentils, beets, and red fruits. So this is also going to deal with the root chakra and the solar plexus, governs survival instincts and willpower and assertiveness. This governs your blood, your muscles, and your adrenals. Now remember, your root chakra is also going to deal with the first 7 years of your childhood and also how you clean up at home, your sense of lethargy, how tired you can be. If you want to move right now, lower back issues. If you've been wearing the color red, inclined to wear the color red a lot. Even the opposition to the aspect of red would be a color of yellow. So if you've been wearing a lot of yellow, this is why the solar plexus can come into play with the color yellow. The foods, have you been eating yellow foods? Have you been inclined to deal with these colors in any type of way? It can let you know, or these foods in any type of way. It can let you know how you're dealing with these energies. So don't be surprised if you led to wear any of these colors or deal with any of these foods that I'm about to talk about. All right. So that's why when we're dealing with the adrenals, and that's why a lot of people love an ashwagandha right now and all this kind of shit, because that calms down the adrenals. Okay. Now the integration into the nervous system and the regulation of this is going to be about breath work, fire breathing, transmute frustration into vitality, martial arts, all right, weightlifting, all right. A lot of people getting back outside. This is gonna be the production of that Mars energy, along with that root chakra. So ground with red jasper and hematite to stabilize impulses. That's crystal, all right, therapy. That's red jasper and hematite. All right. So that's just two crystals you can use to help you out with grounding that energy. Now, Jupiter, the wisdom of expansion and abundance. Spiritual influence, Jupiter expands our conscious beliefs and connection to the divine. It teaches the real abundance and external wisdom, gratitude, and generosity. The mundane influences of this are going to govern luck, prosperity, and learning, travel, and ethics. When unbalanced, Jupiter can lead to overindulgence, arrogance, and false optimism. Some of the cell styles dealing with Jupiter, or these cell styles dealing with Jupiter, would deal with silicon or silica or silicon dioxide. This helps with strengthening intuition, clarity, and endurance. So if you're having any areas to where you weak in this area, feeling tired in this area, here is a mineral you can get. Okay, you can look into certain foods like cucumbers, oats, strawberries, bamboo extract. All right, and, you can do bamboo extract. There is a real thing is bamboo extract. All right. Now the physical or the chakras of the physical influence are going to deal with the third eye chakra and the sacral. This governs vision and intuition. This is also going to deal with expansion that governs the liver and fat metabolism and growth, because I tell people you can also have not only fat around your waist or in your cells, you can also have fat that shows up on your organs. Okay. So you want to be very mindful of your cholesterol levels right now, your fat levels, your AC1 levels, or your A1C levels. All right. So these are the things you want to be mindful of. Your B12 levels. Okay. Be mindful of those things. Cortisol levels. If you haven't had any blood work, get you some blood work done. If you just got some blood work done, if you want to get a holistic view off into that, I offer that as well. I do read blood work. If you are somebody that is even want to get more if off into how to look at what's going on with your mineral intake, do a hair sampling test. Okay, do a hair sampling test. That will show you a lot about your mineral intake. Okay. Now, when you deal with integration into the nervous system, journaling daily, mental clarity, all that's gonna help you align with higher wisdom. Okay. So of course you're gonna deal with the gratitude practices. This magnifies Jupiter blessings. Working with lapis lazuli, amethyst, and the third eye to help open the third eye. The third eye wants to open up right now. Okay. A lot of y'all could be feeling that. All right. So I want you to be mindful of that. Now, also, hold on, let me get back to her. Here we go. Now, when you deal with Saturn, the master of discipline and karmic lessons, the spiritual influences of Saturn teaches responsibility, patience, and mastery over fear. Encourages emotional maturity and karmic clearing. See, this is why a lot of karmic cycles can be cleared right now while Saturn is in Pisces before Saturn moves back into Aries, all right, or moves into Aries, and then a lot of this door for to close the karmic cycles are closed, and you got to deal with the shit that you left holding on to. Okay, so then Saturn will have to make a decision for you that you didn't want to make, right? And you don't want Saturn making choices for you that you didn't want to make. You fuck around and find yourself sitting down somewhere in a place to where you don't want to be sitting. All right. So I just want you to be mindful of that, understanding your energy of Saturn. Where's your Saturn energy? This energy is going to deal with rules, structure, authority, discipline, and long-term success. When imbalanced, Saturn brings restriction, self-doubt, and hardship. Some of the cell salts are going to deal with calcium fluoride, all right, and it's going to deal with strength and bones and teeth and mental resilience. Found in kale, dairy, some whole grain products, and also almonds. I'm not big on almonds, but I know a lot of people eat almonds. I'm not big on dairy, but I know a lot of people do dairy, so I'm not going to discriminate. So you can find some of this off inside of that, but also green foods, chloride, not chloride, chlorophyll. My bad, adding chlorophyll to your water, all that good stuff can help with this as well. Now, of course, Saturn governs the bones and the skin and the joints. It's why people with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising placements or heavy 10th house placements can deal with some of these issues. And I've seen a lot of people with a heavy Saturn placement, Capricorn placement, never break a bone, right? Y'all can go through a lot of shit and never really hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? So now, also, you see some of the things: fasting, silence, practicing, develop Saturn's patience. These are the things you can help integrate Saturn. Work with black tourmaline. I sit in for grounding. Write down fears and burn them as a Saturn ritual. All right. So I know I tell a lot of y'all to write down stuff and burn it. That is a whole Saturnian ritual. All right. Now, Mercury is going to deal with the power of thought and communication. The spiritual influence is going to deal with Mercury ruling intelligence, perception, and the inner dialogue, right? These are the conversations you have with yourself. It teaches that thoughts shape reality. Now, the mundane influence is going to deal with the effects on speech, travel, and writing and business. When unbalanced Mercury brings anxiety, miscommunication, and scattered energy, some of the cell salts are going to be, or the cell salt is going to be potassium chloride. Now, this enhances mental clarity and nerve function. Bananas, potatoes, sunflower seeds, Brussels sprouts, like all those type of things can help you out with getting some of this potassium chloride. Anytime you deal with where you know how you can have something on it, you be like, what I was finna say? Dang, what I was finna say? That's potassium chloride. Like whenever you lose the thought and whenever you become forgetful, that can show potassium chloride deficiencies. It can also show a debilitated or a weak mercury placement. Okay, so you remember, none of this stuff is by coincidence. I know a lot of y'all, it might be new to a lot of y'all to even think that these planetary influences could have such an influence on your life. But this can also how somebody can take speech therapy and then they become one of the motherfucking best speakers in this world. So these planets are not here to make decisions for you, even though they will, if you let them. They can compel you to the highest version of yourself if you will yourself into that version of yourself. The planets will support that. Okay. So Uranus, the awakener, this is going to deal with the revolutionary force, the spiritual influence. Uranus shatters illusions. It brings radical transformation. It teaches detachment from social conditioning. The mundane influences, it rules technology, right? Rebellion, innovation, and sudden change. When unbalanced, Uranus manifests as chaos, instability, and nervous exhaustion. The cell salt is going to deal with NADMER, sodium chloride. This regulates brain chemistry and electrical impulses. This is Aquarius. I want y'all to understand this now. Uranus rules Aquarius. So this is all Aquarian energy. Aquarian sun, moon, rising. These people can have quick electrical impulses, and that's why they can seem so eccentric all the time. How many of y'all know a nervous, eccentric seeming Aquarius? They always seem like they all over the place. I know Aquarius can deal with this themselves. That's a high mental capacity. So being able to honor that for yourself and seeing how you dealing with this energy is what I want you to look at. So this can be found in sea salt, celery, and watermelon. Now, this is also going to affect the crown chakra and the heart chakra. This governs divine connection. The heart and the brain coherence can be connected to Uranus because it governs the nervous system and the pineal gland. And this is going to deal with integration of the nervous system regulation. Cold showers, because this is what's going to activate what's called the vagus nerve. Okay. Cold showers, grounding techniques, stabilizing Uranus energy, working with Motivite or Labradorite. So everybody be like, I'm thinking about Motivite. Yeah, you thinking about Uranus. You better be careful. This is why a lot of people say weird shit happen to them when they get motivated. Anybody in this room that has ever got a piece of moldavite, I guarantee you some weird shit happened to you. It probably got you hot. It got hot because it deals with your electrical impulses. See, I'm giving y'all, it'd be so much beauty off in these workshops if I'm telling you some real shit here because think about how your body reacts to moldavite. Anybody that's ever dealt with moldavite, okay? So that's why this Uranian Aquarian energy can also deal with detaching from technology to recalibrate. How many people think about taking a break from social media? I ain't gonna even hold you. I have. My Uranus is in Scorpio in the 12th house. I kind of stay chilling. Uranus in Scorpio. I stopped losing that obligation to post every day and post at a certain time and I gotta do it this way. Man, fuck that shit. I post when I feel like it. And I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. People love consistency, but people want value. I'm giving y'all something now here. When people see that you post every day and they get so much information out your post, they won't see a reason to do anything else with you. People love free shit. I'm just telling y'all some real shit. And so this can disrupt a lot of your that illusion of inclusion. You're not missing anything by not making a post. You're actually going to see who's going to miss you. you know, it's a beautiful thing when people remind me that they're paying attention. So I'm not somebody that's gonna sit up here and deny to y'all that it is a beautiful experience when people like, I ain't seen you post in a while. Where you been? I be like, you know what? You just inspired me to make a post. I got you. So I've experienced that. I've been posting on social media for a long time. All you got to do is go on social media and type in hashtag healing time. You're going to see every damn post. I always post when I post a hashtag healing time. So I have a consistency. All right. So I'm just telling you how to utilize these things to your advantage because that can be a heavy influence on you right now, depending on where your Uranus is. Especially you got like Uranus in Aquarius or in the 11th house or in Gemini or something. Like, yeah, you can feel like you got to do something every day for the public. It's in the 10th house. And you know what I mean? Like, no, take some time for you. Detach from social media, recalibrate for a little while, detach from technology for a little while. And I'm gonna tell you, for a lot of y'all with heavy Uranus placements or Aquarius Sun Moon rising, something weird will start happening with technology to make you get off of it. I'm gonna tell you, you'll be like, why in the fuck is that? Yeah. Uranus, like I keep telling you to chill out. You need a break. Your nervous system all jacked up. That blue light, you know. Listen, watching these devices, your body won't know the difference between night and day. That's what these phones can give you. So I just wanted to give y'all that to go along with this. Now, Neptune, the mystic and the illusion breaker. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoever, I got, hold on. I gotta do this. Hold on, I'm gonna do this real quick. I gotta see this. I got to see this, y'all. Y'all know I want to see this. Who in this chat ever seen Neptune associated with an illusion breaker? Who in the history of you studying and watching people, listening to people talk about astrology, have you ever heard? If you've ever heard that talked about, I want you to put a 7 in the chat. Now, if you have never heard Neptune talked about in that way, being an illusion breaker, put a 7 in the chat. If you have heard of Neptune being broken or being an illusion breaker, I want you to put a 9 in the chat. If anybody ever taught you that, if anybody ever taught you that Neptune is where you break illusions, please let me know. Cause I ain't never heard it talked about. I always heard people say Neptune delusions to Neptune my south node. I, I I was waiting to get to this part because a lot of people ain't gonna want to believe it. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. And let me get back to sharing this screen. All right. Let me look at the chat real quick. I'll see number sevens. Okay, bit. Because, you know, now I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get to the breaking part. All right, let's get to this breaking. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get to this breaking. Look right quick. Let me share this screen. Cause that delusion breaking is gonna have a heavy part with. I love to say an old cat told me a long time ago. He said to me, youngster, you gotta learn how to look through muddy water and spot dry land. Man, he fucked me up with that, y'all. I ain't gonna even hold you. Cause you gotta understand, I got Neptune in the first house. All right. I really want you, I got Neptune in the first house. So the illusion breaker, because Neptune dissolves the ego. You wanna know how to break any illusions? Dissolve your ego. I didn't say kill it. I said dissolve it. That opens up pathways to divine love. Because it challenges your illusions of escapism and victimhood and fantasies. Once you're able to recognize what's a fantasy, what's an illusion, what's bullshit, it will break every fucking illusion of anybody. Can't nobody ever sell you no bullshit once you know what bullshit looks and feels like. You get what I'm saying? So the highly intuitive nature of Neptune, being able to look through the muddy water to spot the dry land, because I trust that there is land there. You want to know how you can trust that there is land there? Whoever watched the movie and they in the ocean, I'm finna give y'all some Pisces and Neptunian shit that they play out in movies a lot. Okay. Whoever watched the movie and they were like going in the ocean, right? It was a boat. And they had been going for a long time. They really had no clear idea of where they were going, Neptune. But they were just looking for dry land, period. What are the first things that people begin to recognize that let them know that land is near? Anybody know? No wrong answer. Don't feel bad. Anybody can guess. You know, ain't no wrong answer.
Bird.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Do they have to see the land? Get what that means, Neptune. The signs. I recognize the signs. I know it's land that way. They be like, how in the fuck you know? Because look at that bird. See? The signs of Neptune is where you break the illusions, the 1111s, the 222s. You not tripping. You thinking about some shit that ain't right and you see 911. You ain't tripping. What the fuck? Like, emergency, motherfucker. Bail the fuck out. You get what I'm saying? Spirit is always speaking to us. If you don't trust what you see because you don't trust signs and symbols because you don't recognize them, this can lead to a disillusioned state. Did that help everybody understand how to break illusions and how to use Neptune as an illusion breaker by simply trusting the signs and the symbols and not allowing your own logical, egotistical ass, egocentric ass mind to kick in and make you question the signs and the symbols? It's easy to break the illusion. You just got to trust it. Trust the symbols. Trust the signs. So this is your discernment. So that's why on the mundane aspect, Neptune governs art, dreams, intuition, and spirituality. And when unbalanced, Neptune creates confusion, see, deception, and emotional fog. Now watch this cell salt. Sodium phosphate neutralizes emotional toxins. Iron. When you ain't got a lot of iron, when you don't have a lot of sodium, the proper sodium in your body, right? This can equate to you not having the emotional support that your a mineral support that your emotional body needs to remove toxins. So guess what that means? Your blood can be toxic. When your blood is toxic, because Pisces, Neptune rules the feet, the ankles. The blood flows to the brain, but it's toxic. Now you got a headache. It didn't have enough salt in it. Not enough sodium. Not good sodium. Oh, you had MSGs, the Takis, the hot chips, the processed salts, the fast foods, the Chick-fil-A's, the Popeyes, you had all that salt. Oh, do you I eat my salt? That ain't the salt I'm talking about. I'm talking about mineral content salt. I'm talking about Celtic salt, sea salt. I'm talking about things that help you govern your nervous system. I'm talking about things that actually give you an aspect of damn near like an IV. Coconut water, real natural apple cider vinegar, not with all that bullshit. Real apple cider vinegar made from apples. Okay, lemons, because lemons go in the body acidic and they cause cause the body to be alkaline. Okay, so when you're dealing with the aspect of coconut water was one of the greatest sources of hydration in ancient times. They actually used to use coconut water as an IV. What do you think happens when you go and you get dehydrated? What do they give you when you go to the hospital? IV drop. They're giving you Neptune. Cause what happens when people start to be out of it? You start to get lucid dreams and shit. They like you delusion. Like what the fuck they seeing? Why they acting like that? Old people get old. They start getting Alzheimer's because they got all that sugar on the brain, not enough salt. So I'm just telling you how these influences can play out every fucking day, and we don't realize it. That's why Neptune Pisces rules hospitals. Okay, so when you're dealing with the lucid dreaming and the visualization and the avoiding intoxicants that can keep Neptune clear, this is why Pisces rules plant medicines. All right. Anything that can activate your nervous system, anything that makes you feel connected or disconnected from the nervous system. This is why cellulite, moonstones, all those things help clear psychic energy. So as you can see, we're in a Neptune heavy time right now. That's why I spent a little time on Neptune. So don't think just because everybody been talking about, that's why I said a little bit of delusion can be healthy, because now you can say, I see what everybody else don't see. That's the mysticism. Imagine how many times in your life to where you've been sure on some shit and nobody else was sure on it and then it happened. They like, see, you like, see, I told y'all. I'm telling you. I wasn't sure, but I felt it. I just knew it. And then every sign let me know that that's what the fuck that was. And then boom, it happens. Now you a fucking psychic. See, this is Pisces. This is Neptune. This is 12th house. So if there is any type of blockages or things in your blood, right, that are not allowing you to see things from a clear perspective, you're blocking Neptune. See, this is why I've been talking about purifying the blood. And I have a new product that I am launching that is going to be a blood purifier and also going to enhance circulation. Okay. So y'all can look for that real soon. It will be $99. Okay. But it's going to be a very powerful solution. And it's going to be something very dynamic. It's going to be a tonic. All right. So I'm dropping that. Y'all can look for those posts coming real soon. All right. Now, also when you bringing in Venus, the embodiment of love and harmony, Venus teaches us self-love, beauty, and divine connection. It encourages heart-based living on unconditional love. On the mundane influence, it rules love, relationships, money, art, and pleasure. When unbalanced, Venus creates codependencies and superficial desires. So that's where vanity and all this shit comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Because all your desires superficial. Because they only based on your own self gratification, your own self. You need some attention, you need some whatever the case may be, some loving, whatever it is, right? This can lead to a lot of these imbalances when you deal with the energy of Venus. And remember, Venus exalts in Pisces because it deals with unconditional love. So a lot of times your ability to see through the bullshit is because you have not allowed yourself to adopt some type of belief system behind it. And now you're not blinded by some type of beauty. And you understand the saying of everything that glitters ain't gold, right? Because when you put Venus with Pisces, you know how I imagine somebody brings you a gift and you know damn well that this person is hexing you, but they smiled. See, a lot of people don't understand. How you can give somebody something. Y'all ever seen no movies where somebody comes up and they smile like, here you go, and you think somebody really looked after it, just gave you a whole fucking hicks. That's you gonna understand how dynamic. You know how it is. Somebody can want your man, want your other, want your see all that type of shit. People could be speaking down on your relationship just so they can have the motherfucker you with. All this can be imbalances of Venus. 'Cause Venus can be very selfish when she want what the fuck she wants. So, what conditions have you put on love? That's why Venus can be your love language. It say Venus teaches self love. So, when you talking about finding the beauty and the connection, this is beyond the Venus energy. That's why having to make that choice, right? To understand the value of somebody else, even the rules in love, relationships, and all that. And that's why when the unbalance, it creates that. And that's why the integration of the nervous system, the self-care rituals, and to bring a balanced energy of Venus is going to deal with rose quartz and jade to open up the heart, encouraging creative arts and beauty rituals. By integrating these planetary forces, you can go beyond external limitations and embody unconditional love. All right. So I love to look at Venus as a way to say, if I know my love language, I know how to love on me. See, this won't allow you to look for other people to love on you the way, because your love language might be gifts of like acts of service or whatever the case may be. And the whole time you looking for somebody else to give you the love language that you like for yourself. You might like doing things for yourself. You might like going to go buy yourself things. You might like buying yourself flowers. It might not even be about somebody else doing it for you. You might get the most gratification when you give it to yourself. You might get the best motherfucking gratification when you finally look at yourself and say, I love myself. See, somebody can tell you 1,000 times that they love you. But until you realize that you not loving yourself, until you finally give that to yourself, somebody else's love can become meaningful in your life. See, this is the epitome of saying that you can't give what you don't have because you can't receive it either. So when you can't receive it, that means you want somebody else to constantly do acts to show it to you. That can be very fucking deceitful when you're talking about how people can act like they love you but don't give a fuck about you. All right. Now, anybody got any questions over what I just went over? All right. Now, here's something for you all, of course, to understand how these energies could be influencing you on the astrological level. All right. These are transits. You can always look to see where some of these transits fall in your chart. Once again, this is a general breakdown of what these transits could be influencing you or how they could be influencing you at this time. Call for spiritual ambition, going to deal with the sun and the moon conjunction in Pisces in the 10th house. Just going to deal with higher consciousness and also in leadership and dissolving the ego driven career aspirations. Because the ego driven career aspirations mean you doing something for your own self gratification. Doing something for your own self gratification might not only be conducive for the collective, but not only conducive for your pockets, but how can somebody else use what you're bringing to society? If you watch a lot of people get rich and a lot of what they've done have been scamming, scheming, playing games, getting over. This is why you're seeing a lot of the government shit getting exposed. This is the sun and moon conjunct the 10th house. Right? This is all this going on in the 10th house. All these things going on with the ego driven aspirations for the careers and shit. And like for all these politicians, that shit is finna be revealed. Not only on that level, but on a local level and on an interpersonal level for people in your life too. Now, the moon in the ninth house, square Jupiter in the 12th house, this is going to bring tension between faith and illusion, needing to balance expansive knowledge with deeper wisdom. You're going to see people fighting. People are going to be fighting to hold on to what they feel is right, what they feel is true. I don't care what information you present them with and how powerful spiritually it might be with Gemini and the 12. That person might fight you because they haven't dissolved their ego. So if you playing a character, right? Because I tell people you can't be attacked when you're not playing a character. So stop playing a character and stop dealing with people who are playing one, and you won't have these tensions in your life. I promise you. Now, Mercury in the 24th degree in Pisces conjunct Saturn in the 20 degrees Pisces in the 10th house is also going to deal with thought discipline and breaking through mental blockages and restructuring belief systems. Be ye renewed of your mind. It's a beautiful time to let go of a lot of, or unlearn, I would say, to only embrace things from more of a spiritual foundation. And for those people who refuse to do that, certain things in their life are going to be presented to them that's going to dictate that they should have adopted a new way of seeing things. Otherwise, they won't be experiencing what they're experiencing because they're creating it. Now, the Mars in 17 degree Cancer trine Saturn in 20 degrees Pisces in the 10th house are going to deal with emotional resilience and constructive action towards healing and discipline. The Mars square Chiron in 20 degrees, that's of course that's going to deal with us all this scorpionic energy coming up here. And also that's a Leo energy with that Mars energy right there. Now this is going to deal with facing wounds and also related to assertion, belonging, and personal power. So your personal power and how you suffer from this illusion of inclusion, or how people can deal with this, and how you feel about facing things that you know have hurt you, right? And how, when it comes to how you've done things to assert yourself, how you didn't always get recognized or accepted. So recognizing that certain things about you and the way you show up might need to be transformed is going to be very powerful in how you feel like you want to belong to something or somebody or some group or whatever the case may be. Now, Saturn sextile Uranus in the 23rd degree with Taurus in the 11th house is going to be blending tradition and innovation for practical evolution. So that's just bringing about how old traditions could be innovated for new practical ways of doing things. Now, with the Neptune in the 28 degrees Pisces, in the 10th house, is going to deal with heightened intuition, spiritual dreams, and dissolving outdated structures and public perception. You know, this is gonna be dealing with whatever illusion that you think about people seeing you in the public. It's a beautiful time to create your own image in the public. People gonna think what they gonna think about you. They gonna feel what they gonna feel about you. If you're able to see through the bullshit that even that you could project onto the public, then this can be a beautiful time for you to deal with that, so you can come out more fortified with more internal authority, so you can walk in your spiritual power. Now, with the Sun and Moon and Mercury, trine Mars and Cancer, this is going to deal with a strong motivation for emotional determination and increased sense of spiritual warrior energy. Now, the Mercury conjunct Neptune are going to deal with the psychic insights, but the need for discernment to avoid illusions. Because with all that Sun, Moon, Trine, Mars, and Cancer, that strong motivation, that emotional determination, with that increased sense of that spiritual warrior energy, like that shit right there gonna have to be met with a strong sense of discernment with the Mercury conjunct Neptune, so you can trust the nudges and the psychic insights that you get, so you can be able to discern what the fuck to do and when the fuck to do it and how the fuck to do it. Because everything might not require, might not be conducive that you show up in a fiery ass type of way. All right. So also dealing with the North Node in 27 degrees Pisces is going to deal with karmic things of surrender, intuition, and dissolving ego-based desires. All right. Now, with that North Node there, that's going to be there for the next 18 months. So you can expect to experience that and feel that going on for the next 18 months. And especially whatever area that you're going to feel this in is going to be based off where the North Node is transiting in your birth chart. All right. Now, this is a breakdown based off all the zodiac signs. Okay, this is a sun sign aspect. Okay, so of course, I have some breakdowns for the moon sign as well, and also going to get into the midhaven. So remember, go find your sun sign. All right, like I normally do. All right, I won't go through all of these because it'll take me another 30 minutes or so. But I want you to just look at these things and how they play out for yourself. All right, now I will just kind of gloss over them, just to add my sauce to it. All right. Now, when you're dealing with the confronting the spiritual wounds and the surrendering to the ego, and this is all going to be dealing with Aries, especially with letting go of control, right? Even career uncertainty, because Aries, that fire, right? Everything ain't about you. The whole sense of I am. What do you need to rebirth? What do you need to integrate? What past failures do you see hidden blessings in? Right? What things did you start that you need to finish? What things do you need to put more time and energy into right now? All right. Taurus is going to be about, of course, releasing material attachments, embracing change, and all that good stuff. And also friendships as you deal with kind of these expectations that you can have, balancing more comfort with your spiritual evolution so you can get out all that what possesses you. Do I possess this? All the mundane things that a Taurus can deal with on a level. And it's also going to deal with the integration of the root work and the chakra work that we can deal with. And when it comes to the power of integration and how we'll have to find the new aspects of ourselves, all right, and how we can grow into a new sense of self, it's gonna be very indicative of that Aries or the Taurus energy that y'all will be dealing with. I'm about to get back to the screen, y'all. But that Taurus energy is gonna be very challenged because, not liking the move and all this dreaminess that's going on in the cosmos. So, Taurus, said y'all be real patient with yourself right now. Also, allowing yourself to kind of feel a fire lit under your ass could be a good thing for you right now as a Taurus, okay? A lot of y'all might be in some Gemini progression years, so a lot of this might apply to you as well on the Gemini level. We're releasing our data beliefs and embracing divine guidance and even dealing with to reflecting on the narratives, even with internalizing about success. So a lot of those karmic cycles of speaking the truth while trying to balance logic with intuition is going to be huge with this. Even dealing with the mental fears and all that good stuff. Cancer is going to deal with more emotional mastery and setting boundaries. Leo is going to deal with more of an ego dissolution and learning higher and more integration of getting out there and trusting yourself, taking center stage. Virgo is going to deal with more releasing perfectionism and healing any type of karmic wounds and karmic cycles. Libra is going to deal with redefining relationships and self worth. Scorpio is going to deal with more so of healing power dynamics and emotional purging, especially when it comes to like an emotional detox. All right. Aquarius is going to deal with conscious communication and higher vision, trusting yourself, the shit that's going on in your head, trusting your own knowing. Pisces gonna deal with financial and spiritual abundance alignment. Pisces is about to be aligned only because the North knows that there. And it's only if you trust your creativity and remember being able to break the illusions and use that power of Neptune and Pisces that you can be so heavily influenced by. All right. So of course, here's some journal prompts for certain things that you can do to help harness this energy. And here's also another breakdown of the impacts of the moon signs. Okay, so this is for the moon signs right here. All right. So this is want to deal with the Aries moon, all right? Leadership, mundane influences, redefining leadership. Sagittarius, Taurus breaking free from stagnation, embracing higher truths. All right, Gemini's facing hidden truths and emotional transparency. Um, Releasing emotional baggage is gonna be heavy with Cancer, strengthening boundaries. All right, this also gonna deal with transforming health and routines and purpose, dealing with Leo redefining creativity and self-expression and love with Virgo moons, Libra moons, rebuilding foundations and emotional security, Scorpio moons, conscious communication and mental evolution, all right, Sagittarius moons, financial evolution and abundance and consciousness, economic stability, all that good stuff. Capricorns, moons, complete identity rebirth. Aquarius moons are going to deal with breaking free from collective illusions and redefining social roles. Now, Pisces moons, the grand spiritual awakening and divine surrender. So, for even with people with heavy Pisces placements, a lot of surrender, a lot of trust, a lot of letting go. It's going to be very huge with this. All right. Now, anybody got any questions before I move on from this part right here? Okay, big. Now, um, my bad. That right there was just a reflection of the sun signs again. My bad. That was going to be kind of dealing with the mundane aspects. Here's the moon signs right here. All right.
I
So
have
here's
a
the moon sign.
question.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm Aquarius, but my rising sign is Sagittarius. So would I be looking at the Sagittarius or how things affect me?
Oh yes, you can definitely look at your rising, and
Okay.
how things would affect you. I did this based off the sun and the moon because this basically dealing with left and right brain activity. And these
Mm-hmm.
are the main two luminaries that everything kind of revolves around in our birth chart. Our rising is very indicative of how we initiate things. But I'm also going to go over the midhaven, which is another planetary, another influence in our chart. But I would say not only your rising, but look at your sun and your moon as well. All right. And
Okay.
definitely look at how they could be influenced because your emotions and your thoughts and your vitality is highly linked to your sun and your moon. Our rising is how we initiate things, and in Vedic astrology is what we came back here to do. Now, I love to say, I love what you just talked about the rising because I'm going to go into more of that with the midheaven. Because with the midheaven, that is the aspect of where the rising sign is going. All right. So your rising sign is where you coming from, how you initiate, but your midheaven is where you're going and your highest point of social expression. All right. So good question, beloved. Now, do you know your moon sign?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, you can download Time Passages, app that I use. Put your birth time and all that in there. It has a simple
What's the name of it
breakdown.
again?
Time Passages, Time Passages, Time, and then Passages, and then you can
Okay.
put your birth information in there. It'll give you your moon sign. It'll give you your whole layout of your chart. It's gonna ask you your time of birth and see their birth, all that stuff you need for a birth chart.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Now, here's the moon signs, y'all. My bad. That was a more of an in-depth breakdown. The one that I went through up there, that was more of the mundane aspects and how you can kind of use these energies or how you can see these energies playing out on a mundane level. All right. So you're going to see, let me go back into some of this because I did want to touch on some of this. Cause when you're dealing with this unexpected career changes, job shifts, all right, this is going to be affecting how this energy of Aries is going to show up. Okay, this is going to deal with disillusionment around authority figures leading to personal renovation, political and corporate scandals that force leaders to step down. All this is going to be happening. All right. Now, this is going to be dealing with leaning to surrender, to control, and lead with intuition. This is going to be letting go of impulsive decision and making and embracing wisdom. It's like that decision making and making more wise choices. So stepping into leadership roles, focusing on building emotional intelligence, learning humanity, humility, and leadership, aligning career moves with purpose rather than ambition, practice public speaking and conscious communication. Taurus energy, you will see the influences going around, breaking free from stagnation, embracing higher truths. Some of the mundane things that you will see play out is going to be around major travel decisions, shifts in perspective, emotional, educational shifts, returning to school or pursuing spiritual studies. Economic fluctuations going to happen with this. Is going to be impacting personal financial security. It's also going to be dealing with exploring new educational, philosophical studies, letting go of toxic financial fears, and practicing mindful spending, connecting with mentors, guides, and spiritual teachers. This is also going to deal with releasing rigid attachment to material control and understanding that money is as energy, understanding money as energy rather than control. So this is going to be realizing that true stability comes from inner peace rather than external wealth. All right. Now, just want y'all to sit with some of these realizations. All right. Now, you can watch how some of this is playing out on an interpersonal level and in society. So, facing hidden truths and emotional transparency. This is going to deal with secrets coming to light, relationships or business, psychological breakthroughs, and therapy revelations. This is also going to deal with increased media exposure. This is going to about mental health and hidden agendas. This is also going to deal with learning to integrate deep emotions rather than intellectualizing them. If y'all have been watching a lot of people stop intellectualizing shit and really starting to feel it, I'm telling you, it's at play. So balancing logic with intuition to see beyond the surface level information, developing discernment in relationships and public narratives. Some of the real world integration are going to be engaging in therapy or deep emotional reflection. Research carefully before forming opinions. Practice mindful communication to avoid deception. Cancer is going to be reflecting how we can deal with releasing emotional baggage and strengthening boundaries. This is going to deal with some unexpected endings in partnerships, romantic, business, and friendships, some major shifts in family dynamics due to relocation, health, or loss. This is also going to deal with an increase in legal battles of social justice and movements. This is going to deal with higher conscious awakening, learning to balance compassion with personal boundaries. Understand that not everyone deserves access to your emotions. I should have put an exclamation mark behind that goddamn point. Now, realizing that victim mentality and stepping into empowerment, releasing the victim mentality and stepping into empowerment. Let go of codependent relationship and toxic family ties. Strengthening emotional intelligence and preventing burn that prevent and prevent to prevent burnout. Channel emotions into creative or healing work. Leo is going to influence the fact that we need to be more in a routine and purpose. This is going to deal with the workplace. This is going to be dealing with a restructuring of a job or role shifts at work. This is going to deal with sudden health concerns or breakthroughs in wellness. It's going to deal with government policies and shifting in healthcare benefits. We've been watching a lot of this play out. Healthcare structures. Now, learning that physical health is a reflection of emotional balance, integrating holistic healing practices for body and mind connection. A lot of companies are going to be integrating this as well. Finding purpose through services and discipline. Now, developing a spiritual and physical health regimen. Now, this is also going to deal with seeking careers that align with your personal well being. People don't want to just be working for money no more. People want to do something that makes them feel at home. They don't want to be doing shit, got your nervous system all jacked up, or if your heart ain't in it. Learn energy healing or nutritious or nutrition conscious. Now, a lot of people are automatically doing this. Virgo is going to deal with the sudden pregnancies and also fertility and revelations, and also going to deal with the shifts in entertainment and industry, also towards more spiritual themes, increasing in censorship and media control. This is also going to deal with higher conscious awakening, recognizing creativity as a dance channel, as a divine channel rather than an obligation, letting go of perfectionism and overanalyzing passions, healing the inner child wounds and play through play and joy. All right, integrating more engaging in artistic, musical, or spiritual expression. Allow playfulness and spontaneity in daily life, healing childhood wounds related to self worth. This also going to deal with rebuilding foundations and emotional security, mundane events. It's also going to deal with some of the things around housing, marketing fluctuations, impacting stability, family conflicts, leading to emotional realizations, shifts in gender roles, right, and home life expectations, higher consciousness awakening, going to deal with understanding home is an inner state, not a location. Breaking ancestral karmic cycles is also going to be related to security. Now, also financial security, security of all kind. All right. Embracing self nurturing over external validation. Now, it's also going to deal with establishing personal and emotional safety, breaking toxic family patterns through therapy or ritual work, right? Even astrology and all that good stuff. But a stable, heart centered community. Now it's also going to deal with Scorpio, going to influence scandals, false information, AI achievements, impacting communication, legal battles over privacy and censorship, higher consciousness awakening, learning the power of truth over manipulation, strengthening mental discipline to avoid deception, aligning wounds with integrity. Some of this real world integration associated with Scorpio is going to be conscious of information intake. Engage in deep research, investigative thinking. Use speech to uplift rather than control. Sagittarius are going to be the influence around financial evolution, abundance, consciousness. Mundane events are going to be economic instability, leading to new currency or trade models. All right. This is also going to deal with wealth distribution, discussions around gaining traction, personal career breakthroughs, and ethical business. All right. It's also going to deal with understanding true wealth as energetic flow, releasing poverty consciousness and embracing prosperity, balancing spirituality with material security because there is no separation from the spiritual and the material. Real world integration is going to deal with building multiple income streams aligned with purpose, releasing financial fears through affirmations and action, sharing abundance and conscious with wealth community. Capricorn is going to influence us for identity rebirth, public figures, losing power and replacing spiritual leaders and shifting consciousness, pursuing Capricorns into new authority roles. All right, letting go of ambition based, ego based ambitions, redefining what actions mean spiritually. Aquarius is going to deal with a lot of coming from mundane events, redefining social roles in those mundane events, revolutionary in technology or IT, humanitarian movements, AI, digital currency, or social media, transformation, new global alliances, farming for the collective well-being. All right, higher consciousness awakening, realizing the importance of genuine human connection over digital dependence. Learning the true rebellion, that true rebellion is spiritual, not just political. Okay? You're going to see a lot of people that having to learn that true rebellion is spiritual, not just political. Understanding that progress must integrate wisdom, not just innovation. Real world integration, engaging in action and humanitarian efforts. There's also going to be balancing logic with intuition to make impactful decisions. Be mindful of who controls information and seeks deeper truths. Pisces is going to open up the grand spiritual awakening and the divine surrender. This massive collective spiritual awakening through dreams, intuitions, and outer states, breakdowns of religious structures leading to new spiritual movements. Heightened exposure to of deceptions in government, corporations, and the media. It's also going to deal with letting go of fear-based programming, illusions, learning to trust intuition and higher guidance, recognizing that spirituality is a lived experience, not a doctrine. Real world integration is going to live with meditation or to meditate, journal, or connect with dreams and subconscious messages that release attachments to ego-based suffering and embrace flow. So when you're looking at this, one of the messages that I want to, of course, give is going to deal with aligning with your life choices and all that good stuff. But also, this new moon is going to deal with the dissolution of outdated systems and the birth of new spiritual paradigms. This is a time of deep karmic clearing, where every sign is pushed to release what no longer aligns in their highest truth. Illusions are crumbling and a new reality is forming. This rebirth of a higher consciousness and one that is asked to embrace emotional intelligence, inner wisdom, and divine alignment. It is called to surrender control, awaken intuition, and step into divine purpose. Now, this is also going to deal with old world is falling away and a new reality is being built. I just want y'all to be present to see it and be present to witness it and be present to feel it. This is your invitation to fully step into your divine truth. This new moon invites humanity to surrender, heal, and expand consciousness. The planetary transits encourage emotional intelligence and karmic integration and divine wisdom by aligning with these energies. Each zodiac sign can unlock its highest potential, navigate challenges with grace, and move forward towards healing its soul mission with clarity and purpose. Embrace this new moon as a portal to higher consciousness and a rebirth of divine alignment, beautiful souls. Now, this is, of course, a breakdown of the moon signs. So y'all already know, tap in with your moon signs, see what the hell is going on, see can you feel out what's going on there. Aries moon signs are going to be dealing with releasing impatience and embracing divine timing. All right. Taurus moons are going to be letting go of emotional attachment to comfort. Gemini moons are going to be balancing logic and intuition. Cancer moons are going to be healing ancestral and karmic emotional wounds. All right. Leo moons are going to deal with transforming ego-based validation and soul recognition. They're going to deal with the Libra. The Virgo moon is going to be releasing perfectionism and control. Libra moons are going to be aligning relationships with soul growth. Scorpio moon, shadow work and deep emotional purging. Sagittarius moons, breaking free from old belief systems. Capricorn moons, releasing emotional hardness and accepting vulnerability. Aquarius moons, balancing detachment and emotional presence. Pisces moon, the ultimate spiritual awakening and karmic release. So those are the moon signs. All right. Now, here I want to, where I want to tap into the midheavens. Now, I want you to understand the midheaven has this, because what is the midhaven in astrology? It's the MC. It represents your public image and career path and your life purpose and your legacy and what you leave behind. The reason why I had to add this is because of all that activity going on in the 10th house, so in the Capricorn constellation. Now, this is also what's to come. All right. Now, when you're looking at your life purpose and all that, your ambition, and reflecting on your aspiration and your reputation and how the world perceives your contributions, your midheaven can be like the world, the way it looked at you when you die. You know how when people die, they start looking at somebody's body at work, and you start looking at how you feel about it, what they left behind, and all that good stuff. That is your midheaven. Now, this can be what people remember you for what you did, or it can be for how you made them feel. Cause the spiritual influences as an MC, as a mark, is a soul evolution of divine purpose. In this lifetime, it indicates the karmic lessons that tie to your public expressions and leadership. The mundane influences is practical life. The midhaven governs career choices, societal status and recognition, and its forces that drives ambition, pushing you towards success or failure based on how well you align with these lessons. So this new moon, because the failure is not showing up and bossing the fuck up. That's why I deal with the 10th house. Not giving yourself authority to do what the hell you know you're here to do. Period. That's the only way you can fail. All right. So when you deal with this surrendering to divine flow with this placement in the 10th house, career and legacy and reputation, this lunation brings spiritual rebirth and a time to redefine your soul purpose and align with the career that nourishes your spirit. Okay. The surrendering to higher guidance and letting go of rigid expectations and allowing intuition to lead your professional and personal growth. Hell, I don't know, you might want to dance for a living. You might want to do art for a living. You might want to do spiritual work for a living. You might want to do counseling. Hell, you might just want to go run a bakery for a living. I don't know what you really want to do. It's the midhaven is just saying whatever you want to do it to its highest expression. That's it. It ain't no special thing. You just do it the way you want to do it. So the mystical expansion and the surge in creativity and healing and intuitive careers with a call to integrate spirituality into your public work. What is fulfilling for you? That's the only way I want you to look at spirituality. What fulfills you? For those of you, I don't want you to overthink this. What can make you fulfilled? Anybody that's ever got a reading from me, I always ask this $30 million question that I heard Grant Cardone ask. You can ask yourself this question. If you had $30 million when you wake up tomorrow, and everything in your life was taken care of. Everybody in your life is taken care of. Everybody is good. You don't got to worry about nobody else, what they want, what they need from you. They don't need nothing. What would you wake up and do? That can be a very reflective energy of your midheaven and your north node combined. Okay? So just take a glimpse into your future and what would you do if all your resources were met? That's what that question does. It takes away all your resources and your mindset of scarcity and lack. Then I ask people, well, if you say you want to do that, and I say the only catch now is you can't wake up, but everybody's still good that you love and everybody you want to get taken care of, they still good, but you can't wake up and enjoy this $30 million. Do you want to wake up? Most people say, I want to wake up. Some people like, I don't know. But the majority of the people say, I want to wake up. So that means you value your life more than you value the money. So go live your life. Go do what you're ready to do. Go do what's in your heart that you know you want to express. So this is going to deal with career paths. This is going to be heavily influenced by shifting towards healing arts and creative fields, especially with that aspect of the sun and moon conjunct in the 10th house. That spiritual, powerful call to surrender to divine timing and trust your intuition, especially in public matters. Now, the moon in Pisces, especially in the ninth house, square Jupiter in the 12th, is going to bring about tension between higher knowledge and hidden fears and career changes. Okay, now this can be driven by some subconscious or unconscious desires that you want to do something different, but those fears are getting in the way. So this is like through deep introspection, shadow work, and breaking free from limiting beliefs. You can break free from that energy. Now, the Mercury in Pisces in the 10th house, all right, also going to deal with the conjunct to Saturn in Pisces, is going to deal with that serious career conversations, contracts, and commitments to long-term goals. Learning sacred responsibility, balancing ambition with compassion and purpose. So the Mars in Cancer in the second house, trine Saturn and Pisces in the 10th, is going to deal with strengthening financial stability through emotional intelligence and nurturing leadership. So do what makes you feel good. It can bring you some money. All right. Especially if it's something that you love. That's why developing the courage to honor personal values in your professional and your professional life. So Mars in Cancer, square that Chiron in Aries and 11 is going to deal with the mundane challenge in balancing self-worth and community service, and also dealing with healing fears around being seen as a leader. I'm gonna tell you, I used to be, I don't want to be seen as no leader. I don't want to be seen no leader. You know what? I got tired of, because now I understand why. Because I didn't want to pick a side. I didn't want to pick a side because as a leader, I have to pick a side. When somebody put me in a role, that means I gotta stand in something. So that is the part where I was like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? But understanding leadership is a high quality based on how you show up is very powerful to me. All right. So here's some impacts that's going to impact you and your midhaven. So remember, you can go look at your midhaven and see what's going on with it. Like my midhaven is in Virgo, so that's going to be towards holistic medicine, wellness coaching, a service orientated leadership, releasing perfectionism and surrendering to divine timing, earth-based healing and ritual purification practices. Y'all know I already do all that shit. Okay. So this is just very indicative of what you walk into. And my North Node is here too, in the 10th house. So if you have your North Node in the 10th house, this is the ultimate place for you to take form in the public. All right. Take your place in the public. Look at your midhaven to see where is it you need to take your place in the public so you can walk in the highest expression of your experience as a human being here and do what you know you came here to do. So, on the final aspect, the integration and harnessing the midhaven is going to be the energy that aligns with your soul mission by integrating intuition into career choices, releasing old structures, and embracing divine timing. This balance ambition with the spiritual surrender is what it wants you to do. This new moon in Pisces is a gateway into a higher octave of leadership and consciousness and purpose driven careers. Let it guide you towards a soul aligned destiny. Okay. Now, y'all already know I love to give y'all rituals and journal prompts. All right. So these journal prompts will lead you into the full moon in Virgo. Okay. So you can take these journal prompts. These are kind of just related to the energies that are there now, that are available now. All right. Now, you can also utilize this in kind of the movements of the planets or the movement of the moon and dictate your mood. See how you feel under these phases. All right. These questions I kind of pull those from the phase of the moon. All right. Now you can look at also here's the ritual at the bottom. All right. The ritual is going to tell you step one, of course. Set the mood, play some gentle ocean sounds, all that good stuff, light blue or lavender candles for the Pisces energy, mugwort, lavender, palo santo. All right, all that is gonna be good. Here's some of the crystals you can use as well. As you can see there, step two, a little guided meditation. Close your eyes and visualize the ocean. All right. Ask yourself these things before you actually go into the meditation so you can allow your mind something to ponder on. All right. When you question the mind, when you ask the right questions, you'll be surprised the answers you get. So allow these questions to permeate. Don't beat yourself up about whatever answers that may come up. Okay. And on a final reflection, just being able to honor the new moon in Pisces, the journey the journey from this new moon into Pisces and the full moon in Virgo is about a spiritual alignment, emotional healing, and conscious manifestation. Pisces teaches us to surrender. Virgo teaches us to refine and integrate. All right. So remember, Virgo is what you do every day, your routines that create your reality or your future. That is also Pisces and Virgo. And by using these daily journaling prompts or in these intentional rituals and nervous system regulations, you are stepping into a higher level of consciousness and wisdom and self mastery. So, of course, y'all know I got Reiki balancing techniques and there's yoga, all that good stuff in there. So, you'll see all that, of course, once you tap in, of course, like I normally always do. All right. And then also let me see if I can find the moon for us real quick. Let me see here. Where's my iPad? Boom. Let's see, can we find the moon up here? Let me see here. Matter of fact, let me step out the car, y'all. Y'all bear with me here. Let me step out the car. Let's find the moon. All right. Where you at, moon? Let's see where she at, y'all. Okay, we see that's Uranus, Jupiter, Mars. Where's the moon? Where is she at? Because she should be over here. Let me find Pisces. That's all I need to do. Hold on. Let me find Pisces right quick, and we'll find the moon.
What app is that you're using?
This is an app called Stargazer.
Gratitude.
Stargazing app. You like how it pop up like that to show all the stars, constellation?
How do I get your PDF file?
Hold on. Let me find this moon. There it is. I'm seeing that dark on us. Let me see. That's Leo. Let's go over it here. Man, getting close to chaos. Okay. Where's that? It's Draco. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find this moon. It's even over here though. Let's see. Where's the damn moon at? Wow. Hold on. I'm gonna find this moon. Hercules. We're back at Draco. Is it over my head? Gotta be this place like Luke. Ah, okay, here. Where you at, mom? Hold on. Let me do this. They gonna have to tell me to find. Boom. There we go. All right, y'all. Now, do y'all see where this is showing us where the moon is in the sky? Y'all see what constellation it says the moon is in? Can y'all see that constellation?
Aquarius.
Yep. So, if this new moon is in Aquarius, right? Now let's find the sun. Now I'm just showing y'all. I had to show y'all how this Western construct has us set up. Now, with that influence, we can literally embrace the power of the sun with the moon. All right. Let me find the sun. Where you at, son? Boom. There we go, right there. So this the way the West got us set up, y'all. So what that means is this moon energy in the next 2 days is going to go into Pisces. All right. So that means you're ahead of time on this ritual. Okay. So I wanted to show that so we can really see how this construct has us set up and how you can look at these influences now from that perspective and how you can truly understand that you can be ahead of the times. All right. So we're under this Pisces influence heavy. And as you could tell, the Aquarian energy is kind of opening up the door of consciousness into that. I don't want y'all to overthink or think about that too heavy. All right. I know that might have just could have blew a lot of y'all minds. But in the aspect of understanding the way the West has us set up on the calendar, dealing with the sun and how they deal with us in an illusionary state, it's time for us to actually know the truth about what's going on. So when you understand that, all right, it kind of deals with a lot with house rulers and house lords. A lot of astrologers know that, but they still honor the Placidus placements. That app is based off a whole sign perspective. So the measurements of that app is not going to be the same way that the West measures astrology. That's why you'll see a difference. It's not meaning that one thing is wrong or one thing is more accurate than the other. They're all the measuring systems. Okay. So that was it, beloveds, beautiful souls. Um, like I always do. Anybody got any questions about anything that I went over? Anything you want to ask? Any realization that you have, or whatever the case may be?
I have a question. How do you get the PDF file?
You didn't get the PDF?
Mm-mm, I just got the Zoom.
Oh, hold on. You should have the PDF. If you look off inside of that email, you got the email, right?
I got the email. I'm
All right.
looking at it.
If you
I
look at the
went on.
email, hold on. Let me go to your what's the name? It's the beloved, lovely.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I see a JPEG, but I can't click on it.
Okay, don't worry about it. I got. I'm finna get it to you right now.
So I did
Anybody else
find
did
out
not get the booklet? What was that? What was your email again? Lovely.
beloved, lovely,
Okay,
19 at
beloved. Look,
Gmail.
I got you. All right. All right, there you go. All right, anybody
Okay,
else don't
thank
have
you.
the booklet? Okay, anybody got any questions about what they learned tonight?
I do.
What's going on?
Um, this is Myra. I love the way you break it down. I always say the same thing about it. Um, but I was always curious. So we're using our current transits as the template for everything tonight when we do the new moons or whatever these are. When you provide these classes, not our natal, right?
So you said, oh, y'all using the transits or your natal?
Right. We're using the transits, right? I've been following using my current, the dates transits.
Oh, yes. Your transits will be more, but of course, your transits are influencing your natal. So they both will apply, but you want to watch it. You want to look and see where all these transits are happening in your chart. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I was following correctly.
Now you own it. Anybody else got any questions?
I have a question. Where do I find my midhaven on a chart?
Um, which chart are you looking at?
I have let me see.
Your midhaven will always be in your 10th house. And if you see, it might not say midhaven, it might say
Mhm.
MC. So
So
look for
I
your MC.
okay. I downloaded the Time Passage app that you all told me to download last
Uh-huh.
time. And so it has charts, planets, and aspects.
Okay.
I'm new to this. Oh, I
Oh, you
see it. I see Midhaven.
you see it down at
Okay.
the
I
bottom?
see it at the bottom.
Yeah. So what
Okay,
it
I
say
got
your
that.
midhaven is?
So it says my Midhaven is in Cancer.
Ah. You want to work with women or children or counseling or nonprofits or
Well,
something?
I'm a doula, so I've
Ah.
delivered 11 babies so far.
Well, there's your count. Now you might want to get more recognition in the public for that.
Mm.
Do you have a do you have a thought process to where you want to be known for being a top-notch doula?
Um, I'm still I'm still processing how I want to do my doula work. Because I closed my books last year because I was still having babies, but now I'm in a space to like, oh, I want to just help these women in their wombs, and so I'm putting it all together now in my mind. Like, what would this look like for me?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And how old are you?
I'm 34. I just turned 34 yesterday.
Oh, but happy
No,
belated
I turned 35. Hold on, 35.
Big 35, you understand me? Y'all wish the beloved a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, beloved.
Gratitude, I
You
appreciate it.
understand?
Star Pisces.
Yes.
No,
I
happy
want to do
birthday
a
to you.
reading too,
All
so
right.
let
So
me know
now
how I could book with you.
oh, just go ahead and hit me up, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that card. Queen of Clubs. Okay. You just learned something else about your energy. You're a Queen of Clubs. And Salita just put in the chat that it makes sense that you're a doula.
Yeah. All praises. I'm excited. Gratitude and thanks
So
again.
now, yeah,
hmm
you're welcome. And did I send you my number?
no, I don't have it.
All right, so just hit me up, inbox me.
Okay.
Or you can text me. My number is 469-684-4631.
Okay, hold on. Let me let me get it together. Okay, you said 469
684-4631.
4631. Okay.
Yep. And if you want to schedule we can get your reading scheduled, and I'll give you a discount for your birthday. All right.
Gratitude. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for your offerings and just pouring into me the way that you do and pouring into all of us. I just think it's so amazing. I love how you express yourself and how you break everything down. I think it's just been magical since the first day. Not I think, I know it's been magical. Me meeting you since the first day I've met you. Um, so it's amazing. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, beloved. Gratitude for the adoration. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sensei,
Yo.
I found my sun and moon.
Uh-huh.
My sun is in Aquarius and my
Okay.
moon is in Aries and my midhaven is Virgo.
Yeah, so you got the same midhaven as me. So now you know with that Aries moon, that's your relationship with your mom, and
Mm-hmm.
also your relationship with your own mood swings and nature. That's a very fiery mood. Right? So that's just Aries moon children. Mama didn't play no games. Okay, like so that is going to be another place. Now you know where to look inside of that booklet, so you can look and see what these experience, these influences could be causing you to feel right about now. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
beloved.
you.
You're welcome. Anybody else got any questions? Anything you want to share? All right, y'all. Y'all good? Y'all sure? Okay. All right. Everybody got the booklet? Did anybody not get the PDF? All right,
I
big.
did,
Who is that?
Myra.
You didn't get the PDF, Myra? Hold on. Let me make sure you get it. Anybody did not get the PDF, let me know. It should have been attached to the email, but if it wasn't, don't trip. I saw that.
I didn't get it either.
Who is that?
Lizzie.
All right, hold on. What was your email, please? Was it but
Um,
just give me tip in the beginning.
Bomb.
Okay, BO. I got you.
Mhm.
Got you. All right, coming your way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else didn't get the PDF? All right. So all right, y'all good. I'm gonna let y'all go so y'all can get into this ritual. Remember, new moon energy is always present for 2 and 3 days before and after a new moon and a full moon. So you got time to get into this ritual, tap into the also dealing with the journal prompts. All right. And of course, as always, I appreciate you all for your time, your energy, and all that good stuff. And I will, as always, for the future, for people who will listen to this in the future, my Cash App is in the chat for anybody who does want to send me a donation. Y'all know I appreciate the love. I appreciate all of y'all time and energy and all that good stuff. The greatest exchange that I can ever have is your time, your energy. All right. So y'all enjoy this new moon energy. All right, vibrate high, walk through this portal, visualize the life you want, write it down, make it plain to the universe, and make sure that your everyday routines fit the future that you know you want to have for your life. Okay? Gratitude to you all. High vibration, beautiful souls. Namaste.
Peace.
Peace.
Namaste.